Hey guys, it's San and welcome back to the BulbaSquad. So today we're going to be covering celebrations yet again, but this time it's not in response to anything the market is doing, any irrationalities I see. No, actually, we're talking about it because of the Pokemon Company Incorporated. They have just done the unthinkable. They have just purposefully caused FOMO. And this is as blatant as it gets. My God, it is ridiculous how blatant this is. So here we have this post. I think this is an email. That's what it looks like. I never got this email. Basically saying, hey, so you see this fancy looking Elite Trader box that's been out of stock almost since day one? Well, this ETB and every other product is only going to be available until this date or until supplies last or until 2/26. Is this in reference strictly to the Pokemon Center and they're going to wipe it out completely? Or is this going to go all the way to the stores and distributors? We don't know. They didn't say that. And I haven't really seen anybody covering it, which is bizarre to me because I would anticipate a lot of store channels to be talking about it because this is quite big, honestly. So, it's not the first time. This isn't entirely abnormal in regards to that Pokemon is letting people know that stuff is going out of print or no longer being produced, out of stock, whatever you want to call it. A lot of the time, they'll talk to the stores, distributors, whatever, and tell them, hey, so we only have X amount of supply left, so we're going to go ahead and make this last call. Everyone come get your stuff. And that's going to be the end of this, right? That's how they did Evolutions. That's how they did a number of sets that they ran out of product. That's just how it goes. But that's usually kept within the supply chain and the business. This will be the first time that I know of in a very long time that they are announcing not only that it's going out of stock, possibly out of print. That's very strange wording. I don't like that wording. It leaves a lot up to interpretation, and I think that's on purpose. But that they put an arbitrary time on it. When was it again? It said 2/26. Yeah, 2/26 at 4 p.m. Pacific time. That is just a spot on date. That's 8 days from now. That is quite bizarre to me because I don't understand why this would have any good benefit for the community. This is strictly causing FOMO to try and boost sales as far as I can tell. That is all this looks like it's doing. And guys, I can't believe the audacity of the Pokemon Company. Come, buy the products. They're going to go out of stock. Okay, where's the products? Oh. Sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. Is there anything that's in stock? Oh, I mean, I'd like this insulated tumbler for $30. Yeah, no. So we're going to look at some TCG prices and see how the market is reacting. Because honestly, I don't know what's going to happen. I 100% expect people to FOMO on this. Read it as it is done. No more is coming. And then there's just two outcomes at that point in time. One, that's true, and the people who take that gamble are going to be rewarded. Should you take the gamble? I don't know, but this would be one that I could see a justification actually making sense in. So here we go. Pokemon Celebrations Elite Trainer box, 70 shipped. Not a terrible price, not great. But look, we saw a price jump starting to happen around here, 2.4, 2.6, and it's just been starting to climb upwards. Is this just due to attrition on the supply? Or is that partially due to this email? I don't know. But here's the kicker, right? We look at this, nothing's really happening with the lunchbox. I think the hype on it was really overshot, and now people are being very negative on it. Pikachu V Union, same thing. But then we get to the Ultra Premium Collection. We're seeing a similar trend. Yeah, it was already trending upwards prior, but it seems almost as though it's starting to pick up the pace a bit here. Right around the same dates. Nothing going on with this box. I think people just think this is more likely to get reprinted. Pikachu, we have a little bump happening here. That could probably just be a sale. Like one sale that was slightly higher, so nothing fancy. Dark Sylveon, nothing going on. This one is bizarre. The Celebrations mini tins. because this is a couple sales. You see all the numbers changing? It's slowly going up. It's almost as though the market believes that certain forms are already just done. They're completely done. No more is going to be made. And it's trying to capitalize on things. Only a handful of items seem to be moving around the time frame that I talked about with, what's it called, with this date that they put out there. I have no idea how much it's going to actually impact, because when we look at volume of sales, there's quite a few. There's quite a few ETBs that have been moved. So let's see at the lunchboxes. Lunchboxes, yeah, we've had a fair number of moves as of late. Let's see, how many have been moved prior to this? I want to know, because if we see a discrepancy in sales, it seems like it's just about the same, maybe an increase in sales, because we kind of see it around here in the 17 and 18. It's today, we see a few sales. A lot of ones, but the bulk of the sales seems to be increasing as we get closer to this point. Is that a direct cause? Well, I don't know. Causation does not imply, or correlation does not imply causation. So we're just looking at a correlation and seeing what exactly is happening. We'll probably find out come the 26th. It'll be really interesting, because if the market decides this is done, and that's what the majority interpret it as, well, I can guarantee you there's going to be a ton of people who decide they want to start buying. Whether that's a smart idea or not, I can't say definitively, because obviously Pokemon can do whatever it wants, because it's gone back on its word before. If you didn't know, back with Roaring Skies, they announced that that set, along with a few others, were out of print. They were done. And then they come back and say, due to popular demand, we are going to be reprinting this set, and just everyone freaked out. If you want a perfect example, you can look at Rudy's old video. I think it's Rudy is, just type in Rudy Evolving Skies, and it's him sitting at his desk, and the title's something like Pokemon's word means nothing anymore. Something like that. You'll find it. It's not too difficult. So it's entirely possible they go back on it, because remember, we're looking at a timeline. So right here, here's dates, right? February, let's see. I believe that Celebrations, when did it release? I don't remember when it released anymore, because it's been a minute since I looked at the dates. Okay, I think it was like October, September. So let's see. We have technically until it's completely out of rotation until about September of 2023. That is when it should officially go out of rotation, just like everything else. Will they go ahead and print it between their rotational cycle? I don't know. That's entirely possible, because they've done it. Remember Ultra Prism? That had very little time left in the rotation, and yet they went ahead and reprinted it anyway. Was it because it was viable in the TCG? I highly doubt that. Is it to fix an error that was in the cards? Possibly. I think it was just because there was so much money left in Ultra Prism that it would be stupid not to reprint it at that point in time. Because at that point in time, the whole market was under control. Modern was perfectly fine. You didn't have to actually worry about, oh, is this set going to go out of stock immediately? No. This was prior to the Logan Paul boom, where suddenly Pokemon became a lot more financially orientated. It's actually, well, things change if I look at the 1 year. It's kind of funny looking at the 1 year on some of these things, because it's so different when we really look at it. It's just such high peaks all the way down here. But kind of back to what I was saying. So that was the gist of the video. I wanted to talk about that, see what the market is doing a little bit. Right now, it seems like there's no real impact being caused, but I think depending on how they interpret it, if they interpret it as though Pokemon's done with this just completely, well then we know that we're in for a rough ride, because prices are about to start spiking as people decide to FOMO in, possibly even before it goes out of that, before we hit that date, just because people are going to interpret it as, again, they're done. And I think that was on purpose. Look at the wording. They don't specify the Pokemon Center supply or the distributor supply. They just say, hurry, this ETB and all other commemorative items are only available while supplies last or until 2:26 at 4 p.m. Pacific time. That's very broad, that's very general, and I truly do think that that's intentional. They want to leave room for interpretation, so that way the buyers could go, oh, it's done, let's buy now, either because I want to open it, I'm worried I won't get the chance because price will go up, or two, oh, now's a really good time to invest, and leave that door open, while also on the same hand deciding that, oh, that wasn't what we actually meant. We meant it was just at the Pokemon Center. But we see the prices are high and people are upset, so we're going to send more to the stores. You see how it's a really dangerous situation if you're focusing on this financially. And it'll be very interesting to see, just because, again, this is brand new for them. They haven't done this before in this capacity, and this could very well signal that there are some people who are finally paying attention at the Pokemon Center or Pokemon Company who are realizing, oh, there's certain ways to manipulate the market that's really easy. Let's go ahead and work with it and make sure there's no real risk to us by making sure they're open-ended things. But that's it, guys. That's all I've got for you today. Tell me, what did you think about this conversation and their post? Do you think my interpretation was better? Do you think maybe it does have a concrete meaning and perhaps I just thought it over way too much and it flew right over my head? And do you think any of these little price movements are caused by this information coming out there, or that my hypothesis is either correct or incorrect? Either way, tell me what you guys think down below in the comments. You guys enjoyed the video, consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. It's free. Either way, thank you all for watching the video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.